Slava Ukraini! And screw Vladimir Putin! Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to the Ukrainian Congress Committee of America for organizing this protest. Thank all of you for joining us. I want to recognize the extraordinary bravery and resilience of the Ukrainian people. They inspire us, and the world, and Illinois is taking a stand against the bloodthirsty Russian invasion of the sovereign nation of Ukraine. I want to ask you, though, for a brief moment of silence to honor the more than 100 Ukrainians who have been killed in the Russian invasion so far, and to pray for the men, women, and children who continue to stand in resistance. Liberty, democracy, and humanity will defeat tyranny and oppression every time, but only if we resist in solidarity with the Ukrainian people.
Yes!
Time and again throughout history, we have seen tyrants like Putin use false propaganda to claim some righteous cause in furtherance of their vicious agendas. Instead, righteousness is in the cause of freedom and sovereignty and peace, and righteousness is with the people of Ukraine. My own family is from Kiev, Ukraine. But whether you come from Ukraine, your family has descendants from Ukraine, or your family is from anywhere else in the world, today we are all Ukrainian. Today we stand in solidarity against Russian aggression. Today we stand in resolve against tyranny. Today we stand for democracy. And today we stand united for peace and freedom for Ukraine. To the heroes of Ukraine, Illinois is with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Governor.
Stop Russian aggression! 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 Stop Russian aggression!
To my left, you will see a flag that was donated to the city of Chicago, sister cities. Chicago and Kiev are sister cities, and this is a flag of the city of Kiev. And now I have the distinct honor of introducing the mayor of the sister city of Kiev, the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here in a very solemn moment. I, like you, have been heartsick when we learned the news late at night our time that the Russians had in fact carried through with their weeks-long threat to invade the peaceful, democratic nation of Ukraine. We must stand with our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. I am grateful for the gathering of the elected officials who are here, the dignitaries, and particularly the Ukrainian American veterans who are here to our right. Thank you for your service. We stand together today in solidarity with Chicago's Ukrainian community and this country of Ukraine. This community has historically been one of our oldest immigrant communities. Ukrainians started coming to Chicago in the late 1880s and into the early 1900s. So you have been a part of the fabric of this great city from our earliest days. We stand united against the continued bombardment of Ukrainian cities and send our prayers to those who are sheltering in their homeland because of the murderous actions of Vladimir Putin. Putin has gone forward with his acts of aggressions against the country of Ukraine simply because the people of Ukraine aspire to be free, to be a democratic country, and align themselves with other countries with the same aspirations for their residents. We must stand united against the Putin aggression against Ukraine. As you heard from another speaker, it's Ukraine today, but it will be another democratic, freedom-loving country tomorrow. We must stop him in his tracks, and it begins right here and now with Ukraine. Make no mistake, as we now all know, but we knew before that Putin is a ruthless killer. He doesn't care about his own people, and he certainly doesn't care about the people of Ukraine. We must stand and continue to support President Biden for taking a strong stand and uniting the Europeans against the aggression of Putin. But that isn't enough. And that's why we must provide humanitarian aid to the nations that are supporting Ukraine, like Romania and Poland, that are opening their borders to support the neighbors who are fleeing the violence. You heard earlier from the Council General a long list of things that must be done immediately to support Ukrainians. Let me add to that list. We must urge our federal immigration authorities to provide temporary protective status for Ukrainians who may be in Chicago, and to open up our borders to Ukrainians who want to come here for freedom. Open the borders so that they may be free. Attack another freedom-loving country like Ukraine. Kiev is our sister city, and we stand united with them. We must also say a prayer for the brave common Russians who are standing up in cities all across that country to brutal attacks because they dare raise their voice in opposition to Putin. We must say a prayer and support those Russians as well. Final point. This conflict will come to an end. As a person of faith, I know that we must continue to send our thoughts and prayers and stand in solidarity. But what we also must do is raise our voices. When they are at the negotiating table, bargaining an end to this conflict, it cannot be that they barter away the freedom of Ukrainians as a part of the price of ending this conflict. The only thing that should be on the table is when Vladimir Putin appears in front of a tribunal for his war crimes. We must stand together. We must stand united. And we have to continue to raise our voices and not be silent in the face of this tyranny, this murderous operation by Putin. We have to continue to fight and provide weapons and humanitarian aid to our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. Freedom for Ukraine forever.
Yes, thank you.